This message is for folks who are already decided on voting. Not necessarily a candidate, but you know that you are going to vote. And you know that, you will do your civic duty in November. Something I want to give you, because I know times like this, it can be very disheartening, especially when you look at the choices you may or may not have. What I want people to understand is that when we vote, and I'm including myself in this, when we vote, we're not just going into a booth to determine who we want to see in a certain position or elected office. We're going into that booth with the belief that we are going to push for someone who is going to represent not only our interests, but the interests of those like us. We are going into that booth and making a statement about the values that we want to see in our society. We are going into that booth to elect people who will bring the best and most competent approach to providing for the creation and maintenance of a society that benefits all. We are going in these booths to vote for people whom we feel will do an effective job at helping to erase the disparities and inequities that continue to plague us. We are going in this booth not to elect friends or people that we like, but people who are capable and competent to do a job that is a challenging job, that is a difficult job, but a job that needs to be done nonetheless. We are going in that booth and signifying our commitment to not only push the button for these people to get elected, but our commitment to ensure that we follow them and hold them accountable beyond election years to make sure that they know that the will of the people is what should guide them and not the will of corporations and lobbyists. As idealistic as that may sound, that's what we're going in the booth to do, and that is what we must hold ourselves accountable for outside of the elections, outside of the campaign seasons, outside of all of that. We're going in there for children, our elderly people, our recently incarcerated or still incarcerated individuals, our marginalized groups, all the people whose livelihoods oftentimes depends upon the type of environment, the type of laws, the type of legislation that gets passed, the people who may not ever be able to see the inside of a booth. We're going in because of the memory of the children of Uvalde, the Pulse nightclub, the Charleston 9, the Emmanuel 9. We're going for Newtown. We're going to make sure that those things remain very significant memories but never happen again. We're going to make sure people don't have to keep themselves up at night worrying about whether or not they're going to lose their house because they have to pay exorbitant medical bills or mortgages. We're going to make sure that people can feel as though they can improve their lot in life by going to college and not be saddled down with crushing student loan debt that will almost inevitably bar them from being able to do other things in life. We're going in to ensure that we tell our legislators to make sure that they create and enforce legislation that protect our vulnerable women and our vulnerable children from the predators that continue to ravage their demographic group. These are the things that we're going in, not just to elect a president. We're going in the booth to say that to all of the other folks who will also be seeking office, these are our expectations and these are what we're going to hold you accountable to do.